Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to what I have to say is an incredible Wintrust arena. It's always great flying 8 hours and you turn up and you see this state-of-the-art, brand new arena with some wonderful people working on this project that I know are going to make a huge effort for this event. Worlds Collide, October the 6th, live and exclusively on Dazn across America, Sky Sports in the UK, Dazn all around the world, and other broadcast partners as well. This is a huge event and the first of our 16 fights across the year on Dazn, and we are delighted to be in Chicago, a great fight city that we hope to really invigorate on October the 6th in front of a huge crowd. Before we get to the fighters, we talked earlier about our wonderful new partnership with Dazn. It's a new era of broadcasting and a chance for us to build great shows from top to bottom. No linear construction, no blocking in the way of movies and coming on air at 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock, live throughout the night, stacked nights continuously, giving fight fans exactly what they want. And I'm going to pass over to Joe Markowski, SVP he calls himself, but I called him the MVP from Dazn in America.
Thank you, Eddie. Thanks to all our partners at Matchroom USA and to our new friends here at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago. I'm personally very excited to be here representing Dazn at the very start of our journey here in the US, so thank you to the Wintrust Arena for their hospitality. Let me start by saying that Dazn was built by fans for fans, and whilst our platform in good time here in the US will be carrying a huge range of multi-sport content, bringing tremendous value and excitement to fans of all types in the US, our launch and our first phase here in America is going to be very focused on boxing and fight sports. The reason for that is that we feel boxing and MMA fans in particular have been underserved for far too long with a bad deal from their broadcasters, and as a fan base we're very confident of building our business around. This is a fan base that's not only asked to pay for premium cable subscription packages carrying multiple networks to watch the content they want to watch. On top of that, they're asked at regular intervals to pay $50, $60, $70 a pop for pay-per-view cards on premium fight nights. Our approach with Dazn is very, very different. We're going to be bringing premium boxing and MMA content to those fans at only $9.99 a month. And crucially, when you get Dazn, you get all of Dazn. You get all of our live shows that Eddie touched on there, you get all of our archive shows, and you get a tremendous range of other content on the platform, ranging from original programming through to behind-the-scenes features, all on one platform, telling the stories that really matter to fight fans. We're not going to stash our best fights for pay-per-view, we're not going to distribute externally on linear channels, and we're not going to package higher cost subscription packages above and beyond that $9.99. It's all in one place, and it's our entire content portfolio at a single affordable price point. We're really excited to be announcing today our first card in the US with our partners at Matchroom here in Chicago for October the 6th. It's a really solid and deep card featuring 2 world title fights, former world champions, undefeated fighters, and another installment of the Mexico-Puerto Rico rivalry during Hispanic Heritage Month. It really does promise to be a great night, a cracking show, and it's only a small part of the content offering we're going to be carrying on the platform in the months to come. We're launching in September, and our first major content will be heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua, in a dangerous fight with Alexander Povetkin on September the 22nd in London, followed very quickly by a blockbuster Bellator 206 card on September the 29th in San Jose, California. From there, we'll have a wonderful double-header weekend with Bellator's Heavyweight Grand Prix semi-finals on October the 12th and 13th, a Matchroom UK show on the 13th of October also, following in very nicely into the highly anticipated clash between Demetrius Andrade and Billy Joe Saunders on October the 20th. That's 7 premium fight nights in the space of our opening 30 days, and it doesn't stop there. We've got 70 fight nights planned in our opening 12 months, making Dazn an absolute must-have for fight fans in the US. That's more than one fight fans, once they check us out, will like what they see and stick about. So thank you very much, and looking forward to getting started. Thank you.
Sold by the MVP. I'm already in. How can you not subscribe? Anthony Joshua against Alexander Povetkin, Bellator, World Boxing Super Series, 16 of our US shows, 16 of our UK shows, shows from around the world. This is it for fight fans. This is where you want to be. But first, it's all about October the 6th at this wonderful Wintrust Arena. And before we talk about our championship fights up here, and like Joe says, 2 big world championship fights. We have the big Mexican-Puerto Rico rivalry. We have Jarrell Miller, the big heavyweight fight with Thomas Adamek as well. We're here in Chicago. It's about building the quality young fighters from this area as well. And we've got 2 special guests up here today that are going to be just part of the feature of local fighters on the cards. Firstly, I want to bring to stage a man who has an incredible amateur record, has won multiple titles at amateur level, now an undefeated professional from Chicago. Please welcome Sean Simpson.
How y'all doing? I want to thank Matchroom for giving me this opportunity to fight on this card in my hometown, in this beautiful arena. One day, I hope to be where these guys at right now, and the world champion. October 6th, I'm going to put on a great show and show why I am one of the best bantamweight prospects right now in boxing. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. A young lady who, I tell you, has a great story in Chicago, and I think this whole city should be behind Jessica McCaskill, with her coach Rick Ramos as well, I think doing a fantastic job. She came over, she challenged Katie Taylor, who I think is pound for pound the best women's fighter in the sport right now. She gave her by far her hardest fight to date, losing a points decision in London. We want a big, meaningful fight for her on this October 6th card in Chicago. Please welcome, big round of applause from Chicago, Jessica McCaskill.
Thank you. So great to see everybody coming out today. It's going to be a great fight on October 6th. All of the communities coming together for the Worlds Collide. And I'm definitely excited to represent Chicago as a Chicago fighter. And I'm definitely looking to get back into the world rankings and fight for a world title. And this fight is going to take me there. So make sure you guys stay tuned and find us for tickets. Body Shot Boxing Club, we're just a couple blocks away, and we're definitely going to be getting ready. Thank you.
First of our World Championship fights is a young man who went away and captured the title in Japan with some great performances. I think one of the leading world champions in world boxing today. I'm delighted to have put together a promotional deal, co-promotion deal with Thompson Boxing and Alex Campanova. Always a pleasure to be working with you. A young man who is taking on one of our UK guys, if you like, Gavin McDonnell, who's actually in the Middle East right now in training camp for this fight. But this young man, I think, is a real star coming out of the sport of boxing. Based in LA, of course, with Mexican heritage, and the current WBA super bantamweight champion defending his world title in Chicago against Gavin McDonnell. Please welcome to the stage Daniel Roman.
Thank you, Matchroom, Thompson Boxing, and everybody that's here today. Coming October 6th, I'll be doing my 3rd defense, and it won't be the last one. I wish the best to Gavin, and it'll be a great fight, a great night. Future champions are here too, and champions as well, and thank you everybody for being here. Estoy feliz, contento de estar aquí, gracias a Matchroom, a mi promotora Thompson Boxing. Estoy feliz, veniendo octubre 6 va a ser mi 3er defensa, y no va a ser la última. Les deseo lo mejor a Gavin, y se prepare lo mejor que pueda, y va a ser una buena pelea y buena noche. Muchas gracias.
Another Brit challenging for a world title fight on this card is Callum Johnson here, the current British undefeated light heavyweight champion. I think this is a stunning, stunning matchup. In Artur Beterbiev, you have, I think, one of the most dangerous pound-for-pound punchers in the world of boxing, the current IBF light heavyweight champion. 2 huge punchers in this fight. And Callum Johnson was one of the very few that was willing and prepared to step up and fight Artur. As we know, like I said, he has extremely dangerous punching power. He's a great fighter, undefeated fighter with a huge amateur record. And we'll be delighted to be working with Yvonne Michel as well with Artur's. And this is a great, great fight. Before we get on to the fighters, I'm going to welcome up, just to say a few words and to introduce his charge, former Ring Magazine Trainer of the Year. He is one of the best talkers in the sport of boxing, and you're going to find out in a minute when I introduce him to the stage. All from the UK, made a trip, a trainer of some great world champions, Anthony Crolla, Scott Quigg, Liam Smith, Paul Smith, and of course trainer of Callum Johnson as well. Please welcome to the stage Joe Gallagher.
Cheers. No pressure, Eddie. Thank you. Thanks everyone for coming out. First of all, I'd like to thank Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, Dazn, for putting on this event, and really looking forward to this fight. Callum Johnson, 17 fights, 17 wins, 12 by knockout, going against the world champion Artur Beterbiev, 13 fights, 13 wins, 13 knockouts. And I think the title of the show, Worlds Collide, sums up this fight definitely. I think it's a great fight. Both haven't been as active as they'd like to be over the last 2 years. So there's lots of question marks to be answered by both fighters. Both have the power to knock each other out, and both can be knocked out. It's an exciting fight. I'm looking forward to it. And once again, this is a huge opportunity. But like Callum Johnson's motto is, fortune favours the brave, and hopefully that'll be right come October the 6th. Thanks for coming out, and I look forward to seeing you on October the 6th. Thank you.
I knew you wouldn't let me down. That was epic. And the challenger in the fight, once again, the current reigning British and Commonwealth light heavyweight champion, Callum Johnson.
Thanks everyone for coming out. Just want to thank Eddie, Matchroom and Dazn, you know, for giving me this dream opportunity. You know, I've dreamt of this since I was being a young boy, and again, thanks to Joe for getting me in this position. You know, my last fight, you know, it was a good win, and it got me in the world rankings with the IBF. And as Joe said, and Eddie said, you know, no one was taking this fight. No one wanted to know, and they only had to ask me once. And I'm here. I'm going to be here to win the fight, and I look forward to it. And you know, people are saying I'm brave, but as Joe said, fortune favours the brave. Thanks a lot.
And once again, delighted to be working with Yvonne Michelle and Group GYM, and I'm going to call up now Alexandra Croft to introduce her fighter, Artur Beterbiev.
Good afternoon, member of the media. Thank you, Eddie Hearn. Thank you, Dazn. Thank you, Joe Markowski. Thank you very much for your invitation at this very important press conference here in this beautiful city of Chicago. Group Yvonne Michelle represent the IBF World Champion Artur Beterbiev, here with his trainer and very well-known Mark Ramsey. It is really a great honor to be a part of Dazn event, and we are grateful to Eddie, who made us a bona fide offer we could not refuse. Thank you. I wish to thank and congratulate the undefeated contender, Callum Johnson, for taking the opportunity as the mandatory to challenge after many higher rankings contender has turned down the challenge. So, and now the best part. I have the honor of introducing to you an incredible and amazing athlete. Of Russian nationality, he lives and trains in Montreal, Quebec. A family man, a man very close of his community and his roots. He is undefeated with a record of 12-0-0, all by way of knockout. He will make his first title defense on October 6th against Callum Johnson. Please welcome a jewel of Group Yvonne Michelle and for all the boxing industry, Mr. Artur Beterbiev.
Hello, everybody. I speak Russia. Первое, я хотел бы поблагодарить Matchmaker Boxing за предоставленную мне возможность выступить здесь на арене.
I'm going to speak a little bit in Russian, Artur said. First of all, he wants to thank Matchroom Boxing for invitation to be part of this card and be in this arena in Chicago.
Во-вторых, я бы хотел, если я не ошибся, тренер моего соперника сказал, что у меня 13 боев, 13 побед, 13 нокаутов.
If I'm not mistaken, the coach of my opponent, the trainer of my opponent, said that I had 13 wins, 13 knockouts.
Я прав?
Is he right?
Потому что я услышал, что он сказал 13 боев у меня, и 13 нокаутов, и 13 побед.
Because I've heard that he said I have 13 wins, 13 knockouts, 13 under my belt. Am I right?
Потому что у меня пока что 12 боев, 12 побед, 12 нокаутов.
Because I only have 12 fights, 12 knockouts under my belt.
Второе, я бы хотел уточнить, я из России, но я по национальности чеченец.
One more thing I want to make sure that I'm from Russia, but my nationality is from Chechen Republic.
Спасибо, увидимся 6 октября.
Thank you very much for the time and see you on October 6th.
Thank you, Arturs. We look forward to that fight. Trust me, this is an incredible light heavyweight matchup. Now on to the big boys, the heavyweights. And right now, I don't think there's a better time to be involved in the heavyweight division. Of course, the biggest star in world boxing, Anthony Joshua, will make his defence of his world titles live on Dazn, September the 22nd for 90,000 sold out Wembley Stadium against mandatory challenger Alexander Povetkin. And these two are right in the hunt, particularly Jarrell Miller. He's been there now. He's had a couple of big wins. He's working with us moving forward and delighted to be working with Dimitri and Greg Cohen as well. This is a young man that can really fight. He can really talk as well, which you'll find out soon, but that's all good for boxing. But he's come up against a very stubborn, what I think we should call legend of the sport in Thomas Adamek. And this city has been very special to Thomas Adamek over the years. He's had some huge nights in Chicago, and he has a big spring in his step, and he truly believes that he can beat Jarrell Miller on October the 6th. Firstly, I'd like to welcome up, as I said, a legend of the sport, one of the true heroes of Poland. And as you know, Chicago has one of the biggest populations outside of Poland. It's a huge Polish community here, and this man is, like I said, a hero within that. Please welcome up to the stage, Thomas Adamek.
First, thank you, Eddie, for opportunity. Fight in Chicago again. 13 years ago, that was my first fight. When I came from Poland, I win the fights, everybody knows. I'm very happy. Come again. My friend called me, Thomas, you are ready to fight in Chicago? Absolutely. October 6th is my day. I'll be best. Monday we start camp. I want to say good luck for my opponent. I'm respecting him, he's a good boy, young boy, but I'm older and smarter. We'll see who is the better October 6th. Thank you very much.
Before we introduce Jarrell Miller, I'm going to call up Dimitri Salita and Greg Cohen to the stage to say a few words about the young boy, good boy. I'm glad you said that. If I said that, he would have given me a slap, but he said that, not me, just to let you know. So to introduce their fighter, please welcome Dimitri Salita and Greg Cohen.
Thank you, Eddie. I'd like to thank DAZN. As a recent Midwest resident, it's great to see such high quality boxing right here in Chicago. Top quality card, top to bottom. You know, Thomas Adamek is a legend, and to be so successful at this level, you have to be special. You have to be special physically and mentally, and Thomas is that. He's been competing at heavyweight, I think, for about 9 years, and lost to Vitaly Klitschko, but beat some top guys. But you know, we feel that Jarrell Miller is the best heavyweight in the world, and no matter if it's Thomas Adamek, Deontay Wilder, or Anthony Joshua, he's going to take care of business on October 6th. So we're very excited about this opportunity. Thank you to Matchroom. Thank you to DAZN. Thank you to this beautiful arena. And as Jarrell will say, there's quite a large Belize community in Chicago, from what I understand. So there's probably going to be a lot of Polish people, but I'm sure there's going to be some Belize folks as well hyping us on. And I know that many Brooklynites are going to make the trip to support Big Baby Miller. So Greg, you want to...
I'd just like to say thank you to Eddie and Matchroom and DAZN. You know, Jarrell, Dimitri, myself, we've been working with Eddie for the last couple of fights. This is a great opportunity for Jarrell to take the next step toward becoming heavyweight champion. Thomas Adamek, great fighter, going to be a Hall of Famer. Unfortunately, he has to fight Jarrell on October 6th, but we're looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to Jarrell doing his thing, and again, getting one step closer to the heavyweight championship. Thank you.
You want the intro? Okay. He wants the intro. Okay. I'll introduce the boy. Okay. This young man is a character. He's a great fighter. He's actually a great person as well, but don't tell too many people that because we don't want to let the image deceive us. A real contender in the heavyweight division. Like I said, I've been working with Greg and Dimitri on Jarrell. He will fight anyone. He's just ready to go. Plenty of big fights ahead. A huge character from Brooklyn. The current ranked top 10 with every governing body. The undefeated Jarrell Big Baby Miller.
First, I want to shout out to Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, and Calzone. Dazn. I'm thinking about pizza right now. My bad. Adamek made me kind of hungry when he called me the boy. He is a legend, but when you find a young stud like me, boy, sometimes parents need to get their butt whooped. So this is gonna be one of them fights when the young man gonna take it to the pops. Put him on some crutches real quick. What can I say, man? I'm in Chicago a lot, very frequently because of my Belizean background. I got a lot of family out here in Chicago. They got a great spot that sells meat pies and Belizean empanadas. Of course, you can see I do everything that goes around food. That's part of life. I'm a big guy. Also, with that said, the heavyweight division is booming right now. Adamek wasn't the original person who was to fight, but he stepped up in the blink of an eye to fight a young guy like me. So, take my hat off to him. But bring the ambulance because it's going to be early night. And I'm not trying to spend an extra round in that ring. I'm going to 12 my last fight against Johan Duhapis, who was a tough French guy. And you know what we did to him? We cooked that French fry. So coming October 6th, we're going to put in this work. And I'm beating up another Polska, which is like my brother, if you know the history lesson behind Haiti and Polish fans, So, it's tough, but it's part of the game. It is what it is. And I can't wait, So if you guys want to see a heavyweight fighter that throws a ton of punches, throw power shots, go to the body well, but you're looking at him. AJ might be the best in England, but he ain't the best in the world. That's how I see it. And then when it comes to America, it's me, Alabama, barbecue sauce, Deontay. And then sooner or later, I'm going to cook everybody's chicken wing. And first is going to be this guy. So like I can say, if you don't know Big Baby, you soon will. So come October 6th, shout out to Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn, my favorite scallywag of all time. Best, funniest guy I've seen as a promoter yet. He's funny as hell. The Demis leader, Greg Cohn, Big Baby Promotions, come October 6th, and we knock somebody's head off. Hard work, dedication, cheeseburgers. Let's get it.
Thank you, Jarrell. So there you have it. It's Poland versus Belize, apparently, on October the 6th in the Wintrust Arena. Like I said, this is a very diverse city, and when we were ticking the boxes, we know about the Polish community. Of course, we got two Brits challenging for a world title on this card as well. We have a Russian world champion as well. And everyone was talking about Mexico. Obviously, we have Danny Roman, and we have Jesse Vargas. And then everyone was telling me about Puerto Rico as well. And the name Thomas Delorme popped up, and he was so up for this challenge. This was a fight that was agreed with Thomas and Susan very, very quickly. I think this is a brilliant 147-pound clash. It's a very, very close fight between a former two-weight world champion and a world title challenger in Thomas Delorme. I spoke to Thomas this morning. He's extremely, extremely hungry. Formerly part of the Floyd Mayweather stable, sees this as a massive opportunity for him to gate crash arguably the most lucrative division in boxing right now. So first of all, I'm going to welcome up to the stage a former challenger for the world title from Puerto Rico, Thomas Delorme.
I like it what you say. Okay, I said thank you everybody here. Thank you, Maroon. Thank you for giving me big opportunity for me. Thank you, Team Varga. This is big opportunity for me. And I said, this is great fight. This is a great fight. Mexico, Puerto Rico again. This is amazing fight for October 6th. Gracias a todos los que están aquí. Gracias a Eddie Hearn. Gracias a Matchroom. Va a ser una gran pelea. Lo invito a ver esta gran pelea. México y Puerto Rico siempre dan la mejor pelea. Esta va a ser una de las mejores peleas del año. Y yo pienso Jesse y Tomás Dulorme pueden hacer una de las mejores peleas del año. Que pasen buenas tardes y estoy muy feliz para volver a Chicago a pelear.
I also think a special shout has to go out for that bow tie. That is one of the best bow ties I've ever seen. We have two very sharp dressers up here and two great fighters as well. And I have to say, since we signed Jesse Vargas, it has been an absolute pleasure to deal with this young man. He is a great role model for all young fighters. He's smart, he's eloquent, he's a great ambassador for the sport of boxing. He's a former two-time world champion, and we believe we can take him back to world championship fights and victories at championships at 147 pounds. As I said, a great man, a great fighter, and it's a privilege to bring him headlining as the A-side to this wonderful arena on October the 6th. Please, big round of applause for Jesse Vargas.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming out. Eddie, thank you. The pleasure's all mine. Thank you for the opportunity. It really is a pleasure, and thanking you, Matchroom Boxing, Dazn. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thomas Lerm for stepping up to the plate, taking on this challenge. Of course, my family and everyone here in attendance. I appreciate everybody coming out. I look forward to giving you great fights through Dazn. That's the plan that we have. We have a great platform, and we're going to give you all excitement and all entertainment. It kicks off September 22nd in the UK, but I debut it. U.S. professional debut will be October 6th for the Worlds Collide with these gentlemen here, and of course their opponents, which I assure you, they're going to be entertaining fights. You're going to enjoy them. You're going to be able to see the first fight all the way to the end, all the way to mine, and I promise you that I will bring you fireworks, I will bring you entertainment, and I'm, just as Eddie said, I am en route to becoming a world champion once again. I am a former two-division world champion, but I think I missed out for too long. I'm back. I'm ready and back to become world champion very soon, and under Dazn and Eddie Hearn, and I look forward to showing you just as what I explained. And you know, first of all, October 6th is going to be a great fight. Thomas Lerm is a contender that always comes to give a showdown. He never lets you down. You know, he always brings you action. And when the name came up, I said, sure, let's do it. You know, it doesn't matter to me. Whoever you want to put in front of me, I'm ready. And when it came to Thomas Lerm, we all know that we have the rivalry when it comes to Mexico, Puerto Rico. And, you know, when we have the backing of the fans, you know, it gives us the energy to give you excitement in every round. And that's what we will do come October 6th. So don't miss out. If you're in Chicago, come out to this beautiful arena, which will be one of the biggest, I'd say, it's the first boxing event here, right? So we look forward to debuting it in extraordinary fashion. And thank you all for coming out. I'm going to translate in Spanish for all my Mexican fans and viewers out there. Muchas gracias por todo el apoyo, gracias por estar aquí. Gracias a Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, a Dazn, claro que sí. Mis consejeros, Guadalupe Valencia, Al Heyman, todos por ser parte de este gran plataforma por Dazn. Mi pelea será transmitida por Dazn y les prometemos que le vamos a dar buenas peleas. Empezamos el 22 de septiembre con una pelea entre Anthony Joshua y Povetkin, que va a ser extraordinaria, pero yo regreso el 6 de octubre aquí en Estados Unidos, aquí en Chicago, en esta arena tan hermosa. Entonces espero que toda la gente de Chicago pueda salir a ver la pelea. Le prometemos que le vamos a dar un gran espectáculo, hacer esa rivalidad de Puerto Rico contra México, y sabemos de que esa rivalidad siempre llega a la afición, y esa afición que llena los estadios nos da la energía para darles un espectáculo, para darles una guerra. Entonces espero darles eso, pero no nomás eso. Pronto también regresar a ser campeón mundial, que es el plan, es la meta. Y aquí, por esta plataforma, Dazn, no se les puede perder. Empezamos con grandes peleas, grandes combates. Por favor, les exijo y les pido que compren Dazn y les va a gustar desde el primer evento hasta el último. Van a poder ver todas las peleas que estén transmitidas esa noche, y les aseguro un buen show. Gracias. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jesse. Perfect as always. Just before we break, just to add as well, that amongst these great fighters up here and championship fights, we also have our 3 US amateurs debuting on this card as well. Heavyweight Nkosi Solomon, Reshat Mati and Nikita Ababi as well. 3 of the best young prospects coming out of America will also be debuting here. So when you talk about those 3 guys, Sean Simpson, Jessica McCaskill as well, the WBA Super Bantamweight Championship between Daniel Roman and Britain's Gavin McDonnell, the IBF Light Heavyweight Championship between Artur Beterbiev and Britain's Callum Johnson, the big heavyweight clash between Big Baby Miller and Polish legend Thomas Adamek, and then Mexico-Puerto Rico, we got Jesse Vargas against Thomas Delorme. This is an absolute stack card that will give you every inch of your buck come October the 6th. So whether you're watching on Dazn or you're live with us in the Wintrust Arena, do not miss it. You will leave with a smile on your face. We want to see you up singing, up dancing, dress up, show up, look good, look smart, and we're going to have a wonderful night of entertainment on October the 6th. Thank you so much for coming. We're going to have a group shot up here now, and then head-to-head with the fighters as well, and everyone's available for one-on-ones with the media. Thank you so much. Thank you, Wintrust Arena. Thank you, of course, to Dazn and Joe. And we'll see you for a great night on October 6th. Thank you very much.
Good. You guys got to stay down.
Callum Johnson. Yeah, it's still beating me easy.
Do you want to?